Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Yuri on Ice episode 10 called Gotta Supercharge It, Grand Prix Final Special.
New copywriter for the episode titles.
Whoa, Yuri just squeaked by.
Won the tiebreaker on, what, a technicality? I'm not even sure we know.
No, it's because I think it was because he finished higher in the first round.
That's right. But what are the odds of, with a score to the 100th of a point, of being tied with somebody?
I know.
That's wild.
I know.
Little drama.
Him and Michele were tied, and he won because he came second in the Chinese Grand Prix.
Yeah, I believe that's what happened. And I'm glad he did it. I mean, he had some adversity with his coach leaving. Coach's dog is still alive, by the way, so he didn't need to leave. But you know, it's good to kind of go through that before the Grand Prix. I think he knows he can do it on his own, but now you have your support system there. So he's probably in a good place going into the final.
Well, and Yurio did a great job. His grandpa showed up, and he was like in the zone. And I hate to say it, but JJ nailed his performance too.
This is going to be a tough final. Like, the skaters are good,
but they've got time in between, so he can really dial in those quads and get those perfected, you know what I mean?
Did we figure out what the time in between was? Like, do we know how long they have to practice?
I don't know if we know specifically, but maybe we're gonna get some excitement, something new this episode. Just preparation, training. Adam loves a training arc.
What, so we have 3 episodes left, right? So training, short program at the final, long program at the final. I can get behind how they broke this down. Yeah, fair enough.
It is very
short, sweet
condensed. Very condensed. I would have loved to dive into certain aspects a little more, but I will reserve final judgment until we are done. So let's see what happens here. Yuri on Ice episode 10 is coming right now. Oh.
超ガンバランバグランプリファイナル直前スペシャル。さすがに12月はバルセロナでも寒いな。
こんな時にプールに入るバカは俺以外はロシア人くらいだろうって思ってたけど。ビンゴだね。
クリス。
せっかく裸で泳ごうと思ってたのにな。
止めないよ。写真撮ってあげるし。俺の名前はビクトル・ニキフォロフ。バカンスというのは冗談で、フィギュアスケートグランプリファイナルのためにスペインはバルセロナに着いたところだ。
So they're there already.
スイスのクリストフ・ジャコメッティ。
ビクトルがいないせいで超老悪だよ。まだ25歳なのに。
今こうして。
I'm sorry, is it nighttime and was he wearing sunglasses?
ヨーロッパ選手権で初めて会った時はスイスの花畑を駆け回っているような少年だったよ。クリストはファイナル、ユーロ、
And I've beaten him every time.
一緒に何度も表彰台に登ってきた。俺にとっても彼のいないシーズンなんて考えられなかったし、彼にとっても俺のいないシーズンはやる気が出ないって言ってた。結局はファイナルまで進出する抜け目ないやつだけどね。
ユリ、自分でチェックインぐらいしろ。
ヤコフやれよ。俺は疲れてんだよ。
What a little brat.
ユーリ・プリセツキ、美しくない言葉はやめなさい。
ロシアからはユーリ・プリセツキー。シニアデビューでいきなりファイナル進出の15歳。俺と同じヤコフコーチのもとにいるおてんば猫だ。日本に遊びに来てからユリオって愛称で呼ばれてる。ユーリエンジェルスという熱狂的なファンがいつも試合に現れることで有名だ。 ユーリエンジェルスって有名なんだぜ。
へえ、でも JJ ガールズの方がルール守ってるし、可愛い子多いじゃない？
こっちのファン見下してブスとか言ってんじゃねえぞベース。
え、何怖い？助けて JJ。
俺のフィアンセがこんなに美人だから嫉妬してるんだよ。カナダのジャンジャック・ルロワだったかな。
I think he's the one.
確かに他のみんなにない近寄り方さがある。
サングラスを頭にかける男はそうしてクズだぞ。もっとマシな男探せよベース。
まあまあ、カッカすんなって。オータベック、どこ行くんだ？外に飯。グランプリシリーズからトップギアでファイナルに駆け込んだカザフスタンのオタベック・アルティン18歳。昨シーズンの世界選手権で
Wait, have we met him?
I don't think so.
オーラを感じていたけど、プライベートは謎が多い。一人で食事？相変わらず変わったやつだな。俺と一緒にディナー行くか？遠慮しとく。スケート界での人付き合いには興味ないようだ。
は？なんだてめこら。
ユーリ電話に出ないし、ちょっともう我慢できないよ。サグラダ・ファミリア行ってくる。
勝手に行ってこい。
オッケー。
タイのピチット・チュラノ。中国大会で優勝し、東南アジアから初のグランプリファイナル出場を決めたが、自撮りスキルにおいても彼の右に出る者はいないように思う。
An important skill.
見た頃のリンクメイトで、海外のスケーターの中では唯一の友達だって。そしてグランプリファイナルに残った男子シングル6人のうち、ギリギリ最後に滑り込んだのは、そう、この時差ボケスリーピングビューティーこと日本の勝木優里。彼のコーチとして俺は一緒に来ているってわけ。ロシア大会から帰ってきたユーリは
I kind of love that this episode is from Victor's perspective.
Yeah, it was
They're
really
all from
interesting.
Yuri's perspective.
I wasn't expecting that, so I think we're gonna get some interesting tidbits about how he thinks. I liked getting his opinion of his competition. When you transition from athlete to coach, like you have such a unique perspective for the first couple years because you've competed against all these guys.
It's definitely an interesting dynamic, and I saw it on the beach volleyball side a lot.
Yep.
Interesting how he referred to JJ, like, I think he's the one. It's like, do you actually not know him, or what's
Just a
going
subtle
on
jab.
there? Also, was Chris coming on to him?
I think Chris comes on to everybody. That's just him, I think.
I mean, everybody needs, if you're into Instagram, everybody needs an Instagram friend to take great pictures of you, so I kind of love that Victor did that for him. I'm not that kind of person.
I was gonna say I know nothing about that.
But if it's your thing, get
Yes.
yourself a friend like Victor.
And Victor was all about it. Don't let me stop you. I'll take the photos. But he's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
They would have been an interesting pair. Like to follow them on tour, they probably would have gone out together. They probably. ... And Victor always won, from what I could tell.
Well, in
which is
every
a tough
single
dynamic.
picture, in every single flashback, Victor was the winner.
Yeah.
Like, did he ever falter?
It doesn't seem like it.
I mean, I appreciate winning and consistency, but did he ever lose?
I'm not familiar with the sensation.
Some people are just better than everybody else.
I think we just really I want to dive a little deeper into Victor's backstory because he is kind of an enigma.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a fun
I
episode.
really hope we get a little deeper.
ファイナルまでのわずかな日数を限界まで練習に費やした。
So we had days.
気づけば俺が初めて
Here I'm like months.
月くらいになる。真っ赤ちゃん
8 months since he came there.
ぶりだろう。毎日バスタブより大きなお風呂に入れて、美味しいカツ丼もお腹いっぱい食べられる天国のようなところだった。ユーリの持っているライフとラブは、俺が今まで触れたことのない新鮮な世界を教えてくれたんだ。
ビクトルどこだ？クリスとプール行ってんのか。あ、ピチッとくん。JJ。ユリオ。すごい
Back to sleep?
愛を知って強くなった僕を金メダルで証明します。
ビクトル、助けてよ。
ユーリ、寒い寒い寒い、お風呂入れてよ。
ユーリ、コーヒーも入れて。
まだ寝てたの？冷たい、抱きついてこないでよ二人とも。ユーリは勝つための強気なジャンプ構成でまだ成功してない4回転フリップをフリーの最後に予定している。今までのジャンプ構成じゃノーミスで滑っても基礎点は JJ の方が上だ。
Going for gold, baby.
お先失礼します。
ユーリ、さっきのもう一回確認するぞ。
ユーリ、この後どうする？明日のショートに備えてしっかり休み取った方がいいとは思うけど。今さらそんなコーチらしいこと言わないでよ。バルセロナ僕初めてだから観光連れてって。
Look at that assertiveness.
任せなよ。イエーイ！サルー！パーフェクト！イエーイ！久しぶり買い物楽しい。ちょっと休憩させて。ユーロもっと安い時に買いたかったんだけどね。ユーリはいいの？あ、うん。リラックスする方法は選手によってそれぞれだ。ユーリから観光しようなんて言い出すのは珍しい。それだけ今回は緊張しているのかもしれないな。よし、ユーリ、誕生日プレゼントにスーツ買ってあげる。
Birthday suit?
体験の時のスーツとネクタイした方がいいと思うよ。いいよ、あのスーツ結構気に入ってんだけど。ねえビクトル、
What did he leave behind?
ユーラチカどこ？これからファンミーティングなのに。ユーラチカの匂い。
Oh dear.
この髪の毛、ユーラチカのだ。
やばい、どうやって逃げれば。
ユーリ、乗りな。
Is that JJ who he just like ripped to pieces in the hotel lobby? Oh no, the mysterious man.
来るのか、来ないのか。
Ooh, he's a bad boy.
世界に連れ去ってくれる。追い風に敏感なのはアスリートだけじゃないはずだ。ロシアの妖精をカザフの英雄がかっさらったニュースはあっという間に世界中を駆け巡った。英雄は気まぐれに妖精を誘ったわけではなかった。ユリオにとっては全く接点はないと思っていたが、実は5年前ヤコフのサマーキャンプで2人は一緒に練習している。
マジで？覚えてないんだけど。
その時ジュニア1年目だった俺はロシアのジュニア選手に全くついていけずノービスクラスに入れられて、そこで君に出会った。ユーリ・プリセツキーは一度見たら忘れられないソルジャーの目をしていた。
ソルジャー？俺が？あの頃はモスクワからサンクトにホームリンクを移してさ、必死だったんだよ。強くなるまで絶対泣き言言わない。
So he was 10, 5 years ago.
あれからロシア、アメリカ、カナダと転々としながら武者修行して、去年やっとアルマトイのホームリンクに戻れた。今こそカザフスタンのためにもタイトルを取りたいんだ。
オタベック、なんで俺に声かけたんだよ。敵だろ？
ずっと俺に似てると思ってたから。それだけだ。俺と友達になるのかならないのか。
So are we friends or not?
It's so funny. Two thoughts. One, I'm surprised how much airtime Canada's actually getting. Like, we're from there, but you just don't ever think.
It's a figure skating country, are you kidding?
Yeah, I know, but it's just a little surprising because when you think of figure skating, like you would go Russia, U.S. Like Canada is a figure skating country, but
Adam. Elvis Stoico.
yeah, I know.
Wait, is he Canadian? Tessa and Scott, Piper and Paul. I
But
don't
is it-
think I
okay,
know many
I'm about to
Canadian
put-
singles female
I'm about to
skaters.
put my foot in my mouth. Is the pair skating like the same as regular figure skating? If I offended anybody, I apologize. I was gonna say my assumption is kind of like singles tennis versus doubles tennis.
So there's like the pairs, but then there's ice dance, and I think they're two different things. But I feel like from an athleticism, you guys know more than we do, but my assumption is that the like athleticism and stuff and power required in the singles individual is much higher.
Yeah.
I feel like the pairs and the ice dance is like a little lower.
Because I feel like we always, at least I always hear about our ice dancing pairs.
Yeah, Canada has great pairs, but
Right.
I don't think we have great individuals anymore.
I think we've had a couple
we
standouts,
peaked
but
at
I'm not.
Elvis.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think we're constantly in the hunt. Again, I know very little about this, so if my ignorance is showing, I apologize. But that's why I was surprised. Like they've mentioned training in Canada a few times for other of these elite skaters, and that just kind of caught me off guard. That was my first point, and my second point, which is a little more meaningful, is it's just so interesting how no matter what, people are looking for connection. Like this guy is a enigma, you know, probably head down training, do whatever he can to get good. But at the end of the day, even before the biggest competition, like he's looking for somebody to be a friend with.
Well, and even Victor said, I've neglected life and love for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they're all
I mean,
searching for it.
You've experienced this firsthand. It's hard. It's hard.
It's not an easy lifestyle.
No.
ユリオは今まで友達になろうと言われたことがなかった。
Cute.
さて、話は戻ってユリとの買い物だけど、こっちは空気が見学になってた。
やっぱりここにもない。
ユリ、落ち着いて思い出して。さっき買ったナッツの袋だよ。茶色い袋に緑のプリントがしてある。
So it's just a bag of nuts?
Yeah.
全然覚えてなくて。僕、店に戻って同じの買ってくる。
いいよ、ユリ。
He's just freak. He's spiraling.
閉まってる時間だから。帰ろう。疲れてんだろ。
そんな言い方しなくてもいいじゃん。
俺は疲れてる。結局、黙って歩いて近くのクリスマス市を眺めていた。
ビクトルって誕生日クリスマスだよね。うん。プレゼント何が欲しい？
ロシアだと誕生日前にお祝いしたりしないんだ。クリスマスも大して祝ってないしね。
そっか。
ユリもホットワイン飲む？
あ、試合前は飲まないようにしてるから。
そうだったね。
That was never my thing.
探してる時、黙ってても目がキラキラと輝いてる。多分今、ダウジングみたいに何かを探してる。話しかけずにそっと様子を見よう。
ビクトル、この店入ろう。
Looks fancy.
ずっとお守りが欲しかったんだ。お守りだから。僕がこれからファイナルでベストを尽くせるための。それとビクトル。 今までのお礼だから。
Are they matching?
これでお願いします。分割で。
追い詰められたアスリートは時として全く予想もつかない行動をする。
Oh, wow. And Russians wear their wedding rings on their right hand. Just saying.
ありがとうございます。これ以上ぴったりくるもの思いつかなくて。でも明日から僕頑張るんで、そのおまじないを。
いいよ。何も考えなくていいおまじない。
Kinda kiss him.
明日はユーリが一番好きだって言い切れるスケートを見せてね。俺が知ってる金メダルの近道なんてそれぐらいだ。
お腹すいた。
何か食べ行こう。俺はユーリの決めたことを 絶対信じるよ。
You guys, okay? Like, the symbolism was so strong. That was like a proposal almost. Putting the ring on the right ring finger. In Eastern European countries, they put the wedding ring on the right hand. In Poland, in Russia.
So they're engaged, is what we're saying here.
The sentiment was strong.
Do you think Yuri knows that?
About the right hand?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Victor sure does.
Yeah, but interesting.
And he gave him his blessing to just do whatever feels good and whatever he likes best.
I thought
Fast track to success.
I thought he handled that interaction with Yuri better than last time.
I mean, how are you supposed to know? You have to try different tactics to see what sticks, see what like makes the person implode. Saying that he was gonna quit made him implode.
Yeah, and I mean, that wasn't a criticism. It was just like, he looked at him, he said, and I liked his response. Skate the program that you will be the most happy with.
That you like the best.
Yeah, and that line of, that's the only shortcut I know to a gold medal. I love that. That's t-shirt worthy.
Oh yeah, is he gonna hit the quad flip in the, what was it, the free skate?
That name always throws me for a loop, because when I think flip, I think like front rotation, so.
I'm no expert. I feel like it's which part of the skate you drive off with. This is me making stuff up. Because I feel like some you probably drive into the ice with your toe pick. I feel like some you probably like...
I wonder if it has to do with the foot you take off with and land with, if it's the same.
Also. How embarrassing.
ダンスバトルに巻き込まれて恥かかされるし。
ダンスバトル？ユリオと？
俺はポールダンス対決したい。
Of course you did. I'm not shocked.
And I got good selfies.
お酒飲むと九州男児の父親そっくりに調子に乗って暴れちゃうんでやめてたんだけど。
バンケットとは試合後に行われるパーティーのこと。社交性やマナーを学ぶこともスケーターにとって大切だ。去年のユーリはファイナルでボロ負けでコーチに無理やり連れてこられたって顔だった。最初はね、他の選手とうまく交流できずシャンパンを煽り続け。
What does that remind you of?
Beach volleyball after party.
That's not what I was thinking.
俺も画像いっぱいあるよ。
え、何これ？ユーリ気がらましい。私も見たい。見ちゃダメ。もうやめてよ。すごいよね。
二人のその指輪どうしたの？
あ、指輪？そんなのしてたっけ？
これはその
お揃いだよ。結婚おめでとう。みんな、僕の親友が結婚しました。
That's gonna make headlines.
Nobody's as perturbed about it as Yuri and Yurio.
これはエンゲージリングだから金メダルで結婚だよ。ね、ユーリ。ビクトル。
Chris's face.
メダル。
ちょっと待った。金メダルをかっさらって結婚するのはJJ に決まってる。
そうよ、JJ に決まってる。
その結婚祝福できなくてメンゴメンゴ。じゃあ明日早いし解散だね。
Victor definitely knew what was going on. Yuri definitely did not know what was going on. Although he instigated it.
That statement, it was either like, we're clearly not getting married because he's not going to win a gold medal, or I believe in him enough to say that he'll win a gold medal. Which one? Probably number 2. I don't know.
I think number 2. I love that everybody was happy for them, and nobody seemed surprised.
Yurio was kind of disturbed, but I think him and Yuri were the only ones that were like bothered by it, and the rest were like, "Oh my gosh, amazing!"
Yeah, Yurio is also 15. Like, he's significantly younger, so it's...
We're just gonna be sitting here telling each other how much we love each other, right, honey?
He probably still thinks Victor might be his coach at some point too.
Exactly. I think there's definitely a lot of jealousy there.
But that claim was bold at the end and put all of the other skaters on notice.
That's the risky part of saying it, yeah.
But I kind of like it because Yuri has always struggled with confidence. And he always does well when somebody believes in him. Everybody's at the table. Victor's the best of the best, and Yuri's gonna win, and we're gonna get married. Like, what else could show confidence? Like, as embarrassed as he is, that has to feel good.
Yeah, 100%. Too bad, JJ. Nobody likes you. Bye.
What did I do? But you do.
Yeah, but you do.
Yuri, 自分じゃ気づいてないかもしれないけど、俺以外にもユーリの L をもらった人はたくさんいるよ。
Whoa!
すごい。いよいよって感じだね。マリちゃん、写真撮って。
Here we go, baby.
ミッキーなんでいるのよ。ファイナル残ったの私なのに。
Or I'm here to support you for once.
またあの女か。ワンホン、そっち見れてる？ダメ。ライスト見れない。
I hate when that happens.
That's the Maleficent guy.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I love this. Chris is very pretty, though.
Oh, the old skate guards.
グランプリファイナル、ここスペイン・バルセロナで頂上決戦。今夜男子ショートプログラムです。
Oh, I think there's an important bonus scene this episode. I've been told not to mess it up.
Okay, so we're ready?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
That
explains everything.
very interesting.
That explains everything.
A little liquid courage.
It was probably the only time that Yuri ever spoke to Victor and he doesn't even remember it. And he was so confused when Victor showed up.
I like that episode.
It was a good, like, transitionary episode. I like that it was from Victor's perspective. I like that we got to dive a little bit into the character side.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting too, when you look at sports, like, so those sports that have kind of one big event, or they're not around all the time, or they travel around the world, you don't really know the athletes. As a viewer, you see the interviews, you see the competitions, you see maybe a social profile, but you don't really know them. And it's always interesting when you're in that competition and you see people day to day, to see how they perform and how their actions and relationships and everything affect that. And it was kind of cool to kind of see the dynamic here of that, and now we'll see the competition. I like that. Gives you a good view into the sport.
Interesting that they were all eating together.
Yeah.
Except for JJ.
He seems enthralled with his fiance.
Okay, wow. Really interesting insight into how Victor ended up showing up randomly,
Yeah.
not so random after all, in Japan.
Yuri planting the seed early.
Wait, what did you say that what you were like, oh, what does that remind you of, when he was just like guzzling drinks?
Oh, me at your volleyball games the first year we got married. This was amazing to me. So we had just gotten married. I was what? How old? I don't know. I wasn't that old. Anyway, we moved to Italy. Because I was Sarah's husband, they had like a VIP section at the back of the court.
They didn't create a VIP section
No,
because
not
of
for
Adam.
me, but they had the VIP section at the back of the court for whoever was there, and I was allowed to go in. So after every set, I would go back, I would have a glass of Prosecco while I snacked, and then I would bring one to my seat. Every time it went 5, I was a little tipsy by the end of the match.
Every time my matches went 5 sets, I had to drive home because Adam was just like in the tank.
It's a lot of fun.
Italians have great snacks though.
I was a fan favorite in the VIP area.
Oh, they knew you very well. I was nervous when you said, what does that remind you of? I was like, do I not have a recollection of something? But yeah,
No, it
that's
was
fair.
that.
That's
It was
fair.
that.
He didn't have any dance-offs though.
No, it's not my style.
The stage is set. The skaters walking in. We'll find out the order. We'll see what happens here, but
I want a prediction. We know the 6 skaters. What do you think the order is going to be after the short program?
feel like Yuri always builds himself a nice cushion after the short program.
Isn't this a great question?
Realistically, I think JJ is probably the best skater. But for the sake of the show, like, I want Yuri to be successful. But given how he usually builds himself a nice cushion, I'll just say that it'll be Yuri, JJ, Chris.
I think it's going to be JJ, Yuri, Chris, in that order.
Oh, we'll find out next week, everybody. So please be sure to let us know all your thoughts. Hit us up in the comments below. Are Yuri and Victor engaged? What did you think about that ring placement? I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but let us know all of your thoughts, please. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned as we dive into the short program of the Grand Prix final next week. Bye.